In fact, future Victoria, put this at the beginning of the video. I am with my family. My sisters are here. I have a baby here. My brother-in-law is downstairs. If you hear noises, that's what that is. You're gonna hear eats and ats and oohs and ohs because there's videos being watched. There's a baby pooping. And you might even hear us break out into song every once in a while. Enjoy that. Hi. Welcome to my channel. My name is Victoria. If you're new here, what's up? If you're old, what's up? You know how this goes. But if you don't know how this goes, basically what I like to do on my channel are like 50,000 things, and mostly just whatever I want to do. But I like to get Reddited, where I read a Reddit story. I like for people to get Reddit with me, where I do my makeup while I read a Reddit story. I like to talk about weight loss. Haven't done that in a while. Don't know when I'll get back into it. Mind your business. And I like to do a reaction sometimes when I find things to react to. Today, I'm going to be doing a Get Reddit with me, where you're going to watch me put on my makeup. She's going to watch me put on my makeup. That lady and that baby over there are going to watch me put on my makeup. And this sign back here with my name and subscribe and stuff on it is going to watch me do my makeup. Speaking of which, since it says my name and like and subscribe and all that good stuff, thank you, my lovely assistant, for, you should do that. You should subscribe and like and all that good stuff. Subscribe to Victoria Television and share this with your friends and, you know, get them in on the party. Let's get started. So today we're going to do a blurple look, as per requested by this lovely lady in the back here. I've talked about my other pretty sister on my channel before. I was trying to get her to do a video with me. We weren't really prepared to do a video together today. She's just kind of like in and out of the background, but I'm gonna get both of my sisters in the video before the end of the week. So let's get started. Today we have the question of, am I the a-hole for calling out my kid's future stepmom for treating me like a surrogate? I read this story earlier. There's some assumptions that can be made, but I'm not gonna say too many of them. But let's get started. So our Redditor has been dating a guy, or she dated a guy. She's 29. She dated a guy, and you know, they did the whoopee. Well, not unfortunate, but good for them. They did the whoopee. Things didn't work out. He wanted to be with his ex, and she was like, "That's cool." I mean, I might have waited a little bit longer, but that's fine. She finds out she's pregnant, and she's pregnant. That's cool. Nothing wrong with that. And she calls him and is like, "Hey, dude, I'm having your baby." And he, of course, is extremely excited, which I won't say of course, but he's extremely excited. Why? Because the woman he's currently with, which is the ex, he can't, or the current rather, he can't, she can't have children. She has struggled with her fertility, and it's been a very serious challenge for her. And of course, we sympathize there. It looks like, because they always wanted to be a father, and because our Redditor's ex wanted to be a father, and because the current, hey buddy, because the current wanted to be a mother, it didn't really seem to be an issue of like, how are we gonna do this? Because they didn't want to get back together anyway. My nephew is here, y'all. They didn't want to get back together anyway. So she finds out she's having twins, and she tells her baby's father, "I'm having twins." And he immediately, which I don't know why he would immediately go do this, but he immediately went to tell his current, hey, she's having twins. And this results in her having a massive mental breakdown in regard to her own fertility, because she cannot have, or she may not be able to have, children of her own. And she said that this resulted in her wanting to have a very long discussion about, let's say, her future in the kids' lives, because she really wants to be a part of their lives. So she goes to this family meeting. It's a whole big thing. She says, "I want to be involved in this pregnancy," because she's going to be these kids' presumably future stepmother. A little presumptuous. It's not like y'all are married or anything, but okay. Starts saying, she basically just flies off the wall with her demands in regard to like the kids' lives already before they're even here. She's like, "Oh, you have to make sure you eat formula, or the kids drink formula when they're out of the womb. You have to take X vitamins. You have to do X, Y, Z." Sis is like, "Ma'am, I'm pregnant, not you. I need you to calm down." Which I agree. She's pregnant, not you. Calm down. She starts saying that she, not the Redditor, the girlfriend, she says she wants one boy and one girl, and they wanted the children, to call her mama, because they would more than likely be calling the Redditor mommy. And yeah, she shut her down, and was like, "I'm going to be making the best body choices, the best choices for my body, and that's really not your business, nor is it your place." And I agree, it's not your business or your place. So she starts, in her exact words, bitching at her about her eating habits, her exercising habits. She's upset with her job that her job will allow her to take maternity leave when she's not pregnant or even really directly connected to the pregnancy outside of like dating a guy who has a baby on the way. The Redditor's boyfriend, whatever, not boyfriend, baby father, whatever, he's supposed to go to all the appointments with her, the ones that are not virtual. Instead of him doing that, he sends the girlfriend. The girlfriend is asking a lot of questions. She's overtly involved. She's giving a lot of opinion. And she was like, she's doing too much. But then it came to the 20th week appointment. And the 20th week appointment is, I guess, where you find out what the gender the baby is or babies are. And sis really didn't want to know because she wanted to have a gender reveal party and be surprised. However, the boyfriend does know, or the ex-boyfriend, baby father, whoever, you know what I mean. He does know. So he goes home and he tells this crazy step chick. He tells her, and she goes on Facebook and makes an announcement. An announcement is essentially saying, I'm having twins the non-traditional way. And she talks about how blessed she is and how excited she is to become a new mother. And she holds a gender reveal party for herself and the baby shower for herself and did not invite the person carrying the babies. Crazy shit. Now she commented on her posts and was like, these are not your kids. Call me. These kids are not yours. And she said that she doesn't like being treated like a surrogate mother, as she shouldn't, because she's not. Ooh, here's where she gets super duper crazy because she tells them, like, I don't want any part of y'all anywhere near me, in all honesty. And you actually have no claim to these children until they're out of my body, sir. So I don't have to talk to you. I don't have to talk to her. And leave me alone, and my mother will be my birthing partner. Then, crazy step chick's mom calls her, is like, hey, you're being irrational. In fact, you should just let my child keep one of the twins because you're having two of them. And she's asking, is she the a-hole for being like, no, and also stay away from me? Before I give my opinion, I have sisters behind me. Would either of you like to give your opinion here?
First of all, this is totally all the way around out of pocket. And it's that guy's fault because the woman can't go no further than the man to let her. Even in a step parent type of environment, if that's their role, they're going to be married or what have you, that has to be a kind of like a mutual agreement with all parties. And I think that the biological parent should be able to determine how much they want the unofficial parent to parent their child. You know, a lady was doing entirely too much. I feel for her, but guess what? There's something called adoption. And so she is entitled to adopt her own children and can have 100% of the rights. Yeah, that's my opinion. I just think that this scenario just sounds ridiculous. And I'm wondering to myself, the one who's pregnant, like, why does she let those things go on for so long? I have no idea. Who knows? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I tend to agree. I'm pretty against anyone telling another person what they need to do with their body, whether there's a child in the body or not. And also I think people overestimate the depth and meaning of their relationships with other people, and that can kind of open like a door for them to feel entitled over minute things like your diet when you're pregnant. That's just something I would never think about.
Minute, girl, that's huge.
It's huge, but it's another person. I would never call you up and say, Jenny, I know you not eat sushi.
Listen, I eat sushi, crab, and everything else.
How about, exactly, and look at that big old fat baby.
That baby is big old fat.
So my point being, yeah, mind your business when it comes to other people, even if you really care about them. That's my input, Victoria. And I don't think this was a situation where anyone truly cared about the pregnant mother. I agree.
They're just trying to manipulate and really, like they said, convert her into a surrogate mother if she would have went for it. I will say that I don't blame the crazy girl's mother for taking a leap of faith and asking her if she
Can you just give me a kid?
A mother will do whatever they can for their child.
The hell?
She threw her shot, and
she did definitely throw her shot. She
She
missed, but she threw it.
She missed big time, but I'm not even gonna be mad at her for trying, because the girl could have said, "Yeah, I'm gonna be overwhelmed, and sure you can have one."
I'm just gonna give you my baby.
It's the baby daddy.
It's his fault,
mainly
but
his fault.
all right. Fun thing I do on my channel, not fun for me because I don't like editing it, and I'm probably not going to. Split perspective time, where I take both sides of the story and I ask, is she really the a-hole or not? Even though we basically come to the conclusion that no, she's not the a-hole. But this is always fun for me to try and get the headspace of what the other person may have been thinking at the time, which may have impacted their decision to say and do as they did. So, on one hand, we have, I'm not even going to start with the Redditor this time. I'm going to start with this, I won't call her crazy. We'll call her an overtly involved stepmother.
But how could she be the stepmother? They're not even married.
I mean, that's just what she's referring to her as for the story.
Okay, stepmother. Okay.
So we have an overtly involved stepmother. And let's say I am her. I cannot have children of my own, unfortunately. As far as I know, I cannot have children of my own. And that's not, something to be taken lightly, in all honesty. It's very sad, and it's uncomfortable for a lot of people to even discuss. But she cannot have children of her own. She wants to be a mother. My boyfriend wants to be a mother, a father, a mother. My boyfriend also wants to be a mother. My boyfriend wants to be a father. And now I have this great opportunity to be exactly that. But unfortunately, the person that my boyfriend is pregnant by, or got pregnant, whatever, she not really with my shits. I don't know why she's not with my shits. It could be because I care too much about the birth and life of my future children. As far as I'm concerned, my future children, I feel like she should take very good care of her body. She should do the things that are recommended. She should be looking out for herself in a way that is recommended. And she shouldn't be, doing too much with her body. I feel like if I'm going to be involved in these children's lives, I should have a say in how they're being raised. I should have a say in how they're being held in the womb if I'm involved in their lives. I know this sounds crazy as hell. These are just what I'm thinking. This is just how I think she thinks. And that's just that. Also, apparently so, because he never corrected her. My husband is, my husband, boyfriend, whatever the fuck, he encourages this behavior. He allows this. So I'm not wrong until somebody corrects me and tells me I'm wrong. On the other hand, we have our Redditor who's like, I'm pregnant. In all honesty, I'm pregnant by somebody I didn't want to get pregnant by because I'm not with him. And I just want to be a mom in peace. And now I have this crazy lady telling me what to do with my body. I'm not already uncomfortable and pregnant. Like, pregnancy is new to me, and pregnancy isn't a new thing to me. But then I have to ask myself, if I was in the situation on either end, what would I be doing? I'd be trying not to have a damn panic attack. Not even just like in direct relation to the situation. I'd be busy trying to figure out like who the hell gonna take care of these damn kids, because it ain't gonna be me. Right. So somebody we didn't talk about, or at least I didn't mention, my sister did talk about him though, is the boyfriend, husband, whatever you want to call him, baby father, or whatever. My sister said earlier that you can only go as far as a man will let you, or something along those lines. I agree, but like to a certain extent. And here's why. Yeah, you can only go as far as a person will let you, right? And that goes to both sides of the story, because the Redditor very well, at any point in time within the mix of when this discussion was being held or when it first started, at any point in time outside of the first time, because she did it several times, it takes 2 seconds to be like, block, delete, control, alt, delete, I don't want to talk to you, I don't want to look at you, you're weird, please don't hit my line. It takes literally 2 seconds to do that. And it's not like she has to speak to these people. It's not like she has to outwardly speak to these people. He doesn't have to have a direct relation to anybody outside of like the husband. And even then, If he shares that information with his other significant other, that's his business, right? We can't actually stop that. We can't prevent that. The gist of this situation, which confuses the hell out of me, I'm still very just genuinely lost a little bit here. We can't stop him from being like, hey, or we can't go up to him. We as the taking the place of the Redditor, we can't go up to him, our significant other, whatever, and be like, hey, don't tell. We can't stop him from talking to his. I feel like I've said that 10 times. We can't stop him from talking to her. So if she knows stuff, that's fine. Her making a Facebook post was completely and utterly inappropriate. It did not have to happen. It should not have happened. Her not inviting her to any of that was very, who did that? The Kardashians did that to Blac Chyna. How you gonna celebrate having a baby that you not having and not invite me? We had a baby blowout. I did a whole bunch of stuff to my eyes. So this is the baby that had a blowout, and it was a big stinky boo-boo. But he's good now. So I should be able to finish this video expeditiously. I love you. Take your away. Yes, sir. I don't remember what I was saying before that happened. So you can only let somebody do something so much times before you let them stop it. At the same time, you gotta be a special kind of crazy to make a Facebook announcement for a baby you're not having.
Yeah.
You gotta be a special kind of crazy to call somebody and be like, can I have one of your children?
Yeah.
And on top of that, you gotta be a special kind of crazy to just allow this to happen. So really, I mean, I'm not going to say she's the a-hole, but there's a lot of this was all very stoppable. Like at any point in time, literally at any point in time, it would have taken maybe 10 minutes to have a sit down and be like, these are not your kids. They are not yours. I don't care what you do, say, how you speak to me, how you speak to your boyfriend, my ex-husband, your ex-boyfriend, whatever. I don't care how you speak to him. But when in regard to me, the person carrying the babies, you're not just going to talk out your neck any type of way and try and make me do what you want me to do. You're not going to talk out your neck any type of way and try to tell me how to raise the children that aren't even born yet. That's some weird shit. The babies aren't here. They're not gone, but they're not here.
But even if they weren't here, it's not her place.
I mean, it's not her place.
Even if they were here, weren't here, all that is, it's really not her place.
Like,
you know, it'd be different if this woman was a neglectful mother and they were fighting for custody and there's a good reason, you know, for her to have all this input. But right now,
ain't none.
We don't have evidence. And the last thing I think a pregnant woman wants to hear is a bunch of judgment and management from someone who doesn't have the right to do so. I mean, from anyone.
I agree.
I've never been pregnant, so I don't really know.
this is crazy.
I just can't imagine it.
It's a crazy story.
Also, with pregnancy hormones, she would have been cussed out expeditiously.
She would have been cussed
This
out.
would not have gone past day one.
Now, I have to ask, Unique, you know, she's not on camera. She's not going to get on camera. She ready for bed. You just had a baby.
Correct.
Now, I helped you when you were in the midst of your pregnancy and everything that you went through. She has a video coming out, too. I don't know what her channel name is or anything like that, but she'll have a video out. Hey, we're talking about what she made you. So, how would you do? I helped you. I gave a lot of unnecessary, in my now looking back, it was kind of unnecessary, but very necessary. I gave a lot of unnecessary advice and input, and I've never been pregnant. So how would you feel if I was like, do XYZ, blah, blah, blah?
Well, one, I respect the fact that you took a lot of coursework in nursing. Even though you didn't pursue a career in nursing, so I figured you studied it.
This is true.
Much of what you said made a whole lot of sense, and I have a relationship with you that I was open to receiving your feedback. And also, the girl that wrote the Reddit, you know, I don't know, for whatever reason, it sounds like she let that go on for a long time.
A lot longer than she had to.
Some people aren't confrontational, but I enjoy confrontation. I have no problem
Absolutely
sharing how I feel about
She's
things.
definitely Washington women for the most part, though we try not to. At least I try not to. We aren't really like, come fight me in. So
we love to check someone ever so politely
with words.
With words.
Words and glances.
Words and glances. And maybe the occasional shady text afterwards.
Superb vocabulary.
With one, yeah, everybody got a degree over here. You're gonna get checked with SAT words.
Some people really have no internal concept
freaking
of
clue.
Boundaries.
No
with other
clue. She
people.
probably thinks that she's super helpful and she's going to be the best stepmom ever. And the thing is too, if you're not with your baby father, whomever, I would hope that, you know, male or female, you would want your child to be in an environment where they're loved, right? Where that other additional person is nice and kind to your children and etc. So she wants to be involved, but she's stepping on toes right and left, all 10 toes.
And this is not setting them up for a good long-term.
It's not. It's setting up for a lot of problems.
People, you know, violate boundaries but have no concept of long-term or even short-term consequences, like connecting, hey, me being a helicopter mom when there is no child yet might make things complicated in the future. Helicopter stepmom, is there such a thing?
Well, I mean, a mom is a mom, I guess, right?
No.
I don't know. Or even in this case, I don't see anything wrong with being involved. There's nothing wrong with being involved in somebody's pregnancy. And she made that clear when she spoke to her and was like, I want to be involved. And I see why she wants to be involved, because she wants to be involved because she can't have children of her own. There's nothing wrong with, or she believes she can't have children of her own. I assume that's what the situation is. There's nothing wrong with holding that discussion of, hey, you can be involved. I want to come to your appointments. I want to be XYZ because I may not have this opportunity for myself. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
But you're not entitled to vicariously live through someone you, especially someone you don't have a relationship with. I mean, you're not entitled to share that experience with her. Maybe what if she wanted to do that by herself?
And if sis is if sis told you off once, if sis told you off already one time, she probably ain't with your shits, darling. If she's already like, hey, I believe I said this to you already, I don't want you involved like that, as she told you in the beginning, why you would continue anyway through text of all things, that would piss me off the most. You giving advice on things that you've never experienced, you making assumptions about somebody's body, about the way that they live their life. If I'm pregnant and somebody tells my fat ass, as I am fat and I will be fat when I'm pregnant, if somebody tells my fat ass, hey, sit down, I'm not. If my doctor's like, hey, sit down, you are on bed rest, you are XYZ, and somebody on the other side of that is telling me get up and exercise, I'm going to do what the doctor says, not what the person who does not have children and has never experienced it says. That doesn't sound right. All right. Lips and hair off camera. We'll come back and end this, and I'm going to continue. I didn't show y'all, but I've been sipping easy on a Sunday morning. That's not the right. Is that not?
Easy like Sunday morning. That's not a part of the song.
It's not?
Easy.
Easy.
Yes, it is.
Easy like Sunday morning.
Okay.
I told you we burst out into song. All right, I'm back. First of all, real hear who it is. Second of all, let's answer this question. Is this person an a-hole? No. Why are they not an a-hole? Shit, did you listen to the story? There's a crazy bitch trying to tell her how to live her life and that to do with her babies that she's not entitled to. Who is the a-hole here? Everybody but the Redditor. If you were in the situation, if I was in the situation, what would I do? I'm blocking everybody. Everybody getting blocked. Your mom getting blocked. My mom getting blocked. The baby's not mother getting blocked. The hospital's getting blocked. Everybody getting blocked. Nobody has my number. Because people in this situation, I understand not being able to have children. I understand even being overbearing and being concerned. This is neither of those. I mean, she can't have children, but this is neither of those. This doesn't even feign concern. It almost looks a little bit like obsession. And that's a bad movie with Beyonce in it, or a really bad song by Mariah Carey, and we don't have time for either of those. So I deeply suggest.
It's a good psychological thriller.
Is it?
Okay, well maybe
She has delusional disorder.
Homegirl made up a whole ass lie. This is exactly what she's doing. I'm having babies that aren't mine.
No, it's good for assessment.
Oh, both of my sisters are like psychological doctor and professor.
Sure.
They do. I'm the odd one out. I do YouTube and makeup, and I'm a music major, and they were like, I want to see what's in people's heads. I want to do brain stuff. Ladies, on the count of 3, Is this person a-hole, yes or no? 1, 2, 3. No.
I'm gonna go with no.
I'm gonna go with no, Jerry. This person's not an a-hole. Make sure you like this video and share it with your friends. If you have sisters, you understand. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, share it with your friends, leave a comment. Here are the bloopers. Yeah. Come on in. My straw farted. It's okay.
But
This is fun for me. I said earlier, I don't know if you were here for that. I was like, if my video was anything less than hectic with y'all not in it, I want it to be even more hectic with you in it. So